This is an old song I wrote about 15 years or so ago. It's called Do You Remember? And I didn't write off anything that I heard. And I don't know whether this ever happened or not, but if it didn't, it sure as hell should have. Well, I said she was dumb, and she called me a jerk and said, there ain't no way this marriage will work, so I slammed the door and slung gravel clear down to the road. I drove around trying to ease the pain, and I found myself at the end of the lane to Grandpa's farm, so I just drove on up the drive. I parked in the shade and walked to the door, and Grandma answered and said, "Look, Joe, Mikey's here." Honey, how've you been? Well, I kissed her cheek and went on in, and Gramps put down his paper and said with a grin, "I see you've sat at your first fight, son. That's written all over your face." So we spent the rest of the day around the farm, fixing the tractor and patching the barn, and Grandma called, "Supper's waiting. Come on up, boys, and eat." I took a walk later down by the creek, trying to make myself believe that just a few months after saying I do, now we don't anymore. So I walked back to the house, and when I got there, I heard the old folks talking in the rocking chairs, and from around the corner, I heard my grandma say, "Joe, do you remember that time? You said I was dumb and I called you a jerk and said that wasn't no way this marriage would work, and you slammed the door and slung gravel clear out to the road." We were about the same age as Mikey is today. Oh, you left for a while, but you didn't stay, and when you got back, we hugged and kissed, and we hugged again. You know, the hardest seems like 50 years ago, but as time goes by, our love still grows, and we've had our share of joy as well as tears. We raised 3 fine kids in fields of grain, and somehow we made it through all that pain when we lost Junior to the jungles of Vietnam. But there's no other place that I would ever choose but in this rocking chair holding hands with you, and I'm so glad you came back home that night and Grandpa touched her cheek and told her, "I still love you so." Well, I went straight inside and picked up the phone and said, "Honey, I'm sorry, I'm coming right home." And then I walked out on the porch to say goodbye. Well, I hugged them both and thanked them twice for the love and the great advice, and with a puzzled look, they just watched me drive away. Well, I hurried back home and went right in, and we hugged and kissed and hugged again, and then we made a solemn vow that we would never part. Then I told her the story of that loving pair, holding hands on the porch in the rocking chairs, and how I could see us doing the same someday, saying, "Do you remember when I said you was dumb and you called me a jerk and said that there ain't no way this marriage will work, and I slammed the door and slung gravel clear out to the road?" Then we'll laugh and sigh about the joy and the pain that brought clear blue skies and cold hard rain, and I'll touch your cheek and tell you I still love you so. Hope y'all like it.